All right. So I am here with Courtney Hamrick, and she actually just finished my first phase of the Commit to Hit program, a full 3 months. So, Courtney, I just want to know like a little bit about how your experience was in the program and stuff. So can you just like kind of start by explaining a little bit about like where you were like physically, mentally, emotionally when you first began this program?
Yeah, so as Courtney mentioned, I am Courtney also. And I met her through school first. And then I've just been following her on social media. And I did a 5 day like free like trial of her program with her first. And when I did that, I enjoyed it. So then I joined the program of 3 months. And I feel like before committing to Commit with Hit program, physically, I felt like I was at a good weight and overall pretty healthy. I kind of know the ins and outs of, choosing good foods. It's just a matter of making that choice. I was looking more for like an outlet to better myself and become a stronger version of who I was. Mentally, I feel like I often put others before myself. So I guess I wanted to like grow better in that aspect and learn how to take care of myself before taking care of others while still getting to do both. Um,
Yeah, for sure. I feel like you were
Emotionally,
able to do that for sure throughout this 3 months. You were able
yeah,
to kind of switch that
I
around.
feel like I finally like put time aside to take care of myself, but I didn't really lose touch with those that I was caring for.
Yes, exactly.
And then emotionally, I feel like I've kind of always been in a pretty good place. I do feel like there's always room for improvement, though. So I feel like throughout the program, I've learned to surround myself better with those who either understand why I'm doing what I'm doing or at least will support me no matter what season of life I'm in.
Yes, awesome. I love that. It's always good to have that, community. I feel like just being in the program, like you've met more girls throughout the program who've been able to like help and encourage you too. So I feel like that's been also helpful for you.
Yeah, I agree.
Awesome. And then I guess how did you kind of feel like getting started? Like, were you nervous to get started, or were you just like ready to go all in, or how was that experience
Um, I don't really know that I was nervous. Change is always kind of hard in a way. I just feel like previously I recall like thinking time and time again that I was ready to improve my fitness capabilities beyond what my current knowledge was.
for you?
And I just needed like that extra push, I think, and that accountability is really helpful for sure. I'm definitely a checklist kind of person. So to like have a plan and be able to say I did it is enough motivation for myself often to keep going. Obviously, there are days that I struggle and I need, somebody else pushing me, but the checklist really does it for me often. I feel like I knew I had the ability to improve my overall fitness, food choices, and the way of thinking, mindset wise. I just needed to surround myself with people who were or are in a like minded situation and have end goals that are also obtainable. I feel like often in the beginning you reach for a goal that's so far fetched, but really you've explained how to break it down into those smaller goals and then like build from there. And I think that's been helpful having other people surround me in the same situation.
Yeah,
um,
for
I
sure.
do feel like for nervousness, when I said like I wasn't nervous for the program, I don't feel at all. I think what I was nervous for was to kind of talk about my journey and why I was choosing to work with a trainer and like make this step forward because often um, my friends and family have always told me like, oh, I'm skinny enough, or you're already too small, or you should like your body, like you're at a good, area look wise. And I feel like that's not what I'm here for. I feel like working out to me is much more than like an outside image. And so once again, it goes kind of back to those same people that are like-minded and have end goals like me, because those are the people I need to keep pushing me. When your family's just like, oh, you're skinny. Well, people don't work out just to be skinny. So
Hmm.
I feel like in the beginning, it was hard for that aspect.
Yeah, and I totally agree. And I feel like that's something like I'm really pushing for in this program is to not worry so much about the weight because it doesn't matter necessarily if you need to lose weight or not. It's more about getting in a healthy mindset overall and just being able to live a healthy life and learn those different habits.
I
And I
agree.
feel like you've really been able to do that. I can see like a complete change in your overall like mental, emotional help as well than just your physical appearance. And then you did mention the accountability, which I feel like is like the thing that most people struggle with. So just having that like extra push, like if you didn't get your workout done, we just be like, hey, when are you getting it done?
Yeah, I think like sometimes you need people there to like support and encourage you, even if they're the same people that are gonna, call you out and give you a little kick in the butt, because sometimes that's what somebody needs to keep going.
Yes, for sure. That's like what most people need, just like one little like push, and then they're like, okay, yeah, I can do it. Cool, awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that with me. And now I just kind of want to know a little bit, like, how are you feeling now? Like you've just completed 3 months worth of workouts, nutrition, and mindset stuff. Like, how do you feel now? Like, what type of results have you feeling like you've gotten from this
I
program?
feel like I've grown in multiple different ways. Not only like physical change, and I have seen that, in a couple different areas of my body, but I realize like I guess that's what most people want is like, oh, well, you just did this 3 month thing. Like, let me see your drastic changes. And that's not always the case. As we've already mentioned, we're doing nutrition and mindset too. And so I feel like I've seen growth in all those ways. Um, and I feel like it's easier for me to want to grab for that healthier something. Um, I'm one to say like I'm a snacker, but I also like my meals. And as we've talked, an example is like at work, they have candy sitting out the last 3 months of holidays, which is really hard. And, yesterday I ate a little piece, it's like a little crunch bar. And then today the candy was sitting out all day and I never ate a piece. And I feel like it was easy for me to say no. And to me, that's a good, like indicator of how I'm feeling like food wise. It's easier to just walk away than it was in the beginning. So that's really nice. I also enjoy working out more now because I have a plan and I feel more educated on the benefits and how to go about the workouts, not just, okay, I need to work out and then you don't know what to do.
Hmm.
Um, so I truly enjoy like the emphasis that you've put on the mindset, because I feel like without a strong mental outlook on the health journey in general, it's easy to fail. And I feel like you help by not letting that happen, just by having other like-minded people with us and pushing us and supporting us in other ways than just get your butt to the gym. I feel like a lot of people just want to work out, but we've also talked about like food is 80-20, and your mindset, if that's in a good place, you're going to want to eat healthy and you're going to want to feel good and you're going to want to work out. And so kind of all falls together. So I just feel like overall I've really grown in all the ways, and it's kind of making me love each area for a different reason than when I started.
Awesome, awesome. I love to hear that. And yeah, I know, especially for the nutrition, that was like one of your biggest things starting out. You're like, oh, they always have all these snacks at work, and it's just like so hard to say no to it. So I've completely like seen a change in that, because I feel like just also tracking, it does help you kind of keep in check with yourself, tracking on my fitness pal and stuff. But your nutrition has just been amazing throughout this program, and I feel like that has like really grown. I know you've always been like more of on the healthier side, but I feel like you're in a more routine now and you can actually stick to those, habits and goals. So,
Yeah.
so that was awesome to see. I'm glad that you have like loved the workouts and stuff, because it can be hard to like to figure out what you're going to do. But when you have a set plan to follow, it makes it like 10 times easier to just get up, go do it, and then be done.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people are fearful of the gym because they don't know what to do. And learning equipment is hard. So I feel that, being able to do it at home and having the videos to show you what to do if you don't know how to do it is phenomenal. But I also feel like I've learned a lot in like what moves target which part of my body. I feel like when I used to go to the gym, I would like walk in and then I would just like do all these things, but I was really like doing arms, back, chest, like all these moves that were targeting all parts of my body. And now I'm realizing like which moves are really targeting what part. And so it makes it easier to be able to do those things. Whether you're in a gym or at home, I now know more of what I'm doing, I guess.
Yeah, and you've been able to like learn these exercises so that when you are like done with the program, you can actually continue and do those type of things because you know what muscles you're working now.
Yes.
So cool. And then also with the mindset, like I can completely see a change, like a shift in your mindset, just like a more positive vibe. You're always encouraging others in the program too, which I feel like just helps your mindset in general as well. So But I'm glad that you've been able to do that. And you have seen physical results too, even if they're like not huge, like weight loss changes. That wasn't even really your goal, was to lose a whole lot of weight. But even just like your progress photos, I have seen the changes. Even if she hasn't, I have seen the changes, especially in that booty and your core, like they are there. So I'm really proud of you for all that. Shows that the hard work is paying off. Okay, and then final question, I just wanted to know if you have any advice for others who are thinking about doing this
I would say, I mean, just as simple as it sounds, just do it. If you've had any thoughts about working with Cortney or in general of, trying to better your health journey, it's time to just do it. I feel like whether it's fitness, health, nutrition, or the mindset aspect of improving, there's a reason that you're thinking about it, and there's a reason it's crossed your mind to like reach out for the help. And so I feel like if you want to change, maybe you just need that extra support to do it. And there's never going to be a perfect time to make all self improvements. So why not just begin?
Yes, I love that. And would you recommend doing the full like fitness, nutrition, and mindset like bundle? Because people can do, just fitness or just nutrition sort of thing. But like, do you think it was helpful to have all three of those?
Yeah, I do think it was really helpful to have all three. I also know that it can be very overwhelming for people. So I feel like if they want to start with all three, maybe if it's too much, obviously don't just give up. I think they could back down
Yeah.
and just focus on one or two things. I do think having the support for the mindset is very important. It just kind of sets the tone for the rest of the program pieces. But I do think if someone just, if they're already know, like, I got my nutrition, I really don't need help with that. I'm never gonna, reach for those bad things because it's just not me now. No need to get help for nutrition, though they could be under eating or overeating. And I've learned myself, there's days I thought I was eating way too much and I was literally eating half the amount of calories I was supposed to. And by no means was I intentionally doing that. I just didn't feel hungry. And so I really learned how nutrition fuels the body for the workouts. And that was really helpful. I don't think I would have learned that without doing the whole program. But I mean, I just overall would suggest start somewhere, even if it's doing one of the options.
Yes, awesome. I love it. Well, I have enjoyed having you in the program. It's been so much fun working with you, and I cannot wait. Cortney is continuing with me for another 2 months, so we're going to have so much fun. So thank you for sharing your experience, Court.
Thanks for having me.